A very good morning, dear children and parents. Today we are going to start the new unit in your book, that is the last unit, and it is starting with the poem The Naughty Boy. T-H-E, the N-A-U-G-H-T-Y, naughty, B-O-Y, boy. The naughty boy. चिल्ड्रन यू कैन सी देयर इज़ अ पिक्चर ऑफ अ बॉय. यहाँ पे एक बॉय का पिक्चर है. यू कैन सी दिस इज़ द पिक्चर ऑफ बॉय. ओके, एंड दिस इज़ द पिक्चर ऑफ अ बिल्डिंग. दैट बिल्डिंग इज इन स्कॉटलैंड. इस टाइप का बिल्डिंग स्कॉटलैंड में अवेलेबल होता है. स्कॉटलैंड इज़ द अनदर कंट्री. इंडिया में नहीं है. इट इज़ इट सेल्फ अ कंट्री. ठीक है, स्कॉटलैंड इज़ अ कंट्री एंड इंडिया इज़ अनदर कंट्री. ठीक है. नाउ फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी आर गोइंग टू रीड दिस पोएम, देन आई एम गोइंग टू रिसाइट दिस पोएम. So now let's read the poem. Okay. For reading, let's open the pen. There was a naughty boy. There was a naughty boy. And a naughty boy was he. He ran away to Scotland. The pupil there to see. Then he found that the ground was as hard that a yard, was as long that a song, was as merry that a cherry. Children, if you will see, there are rhyming words at the end of each line. Rhyming words that produce same sound at the end. Found rhyme with ground, hard rhyme with yard, long rhyme with song, long song, hard yard, found ground, merry rhyme with cherry. Was as red that lead, here red rhyme with lead. Was as weighty that fourscore was a 80. Was a 80 and weighty are rhyming. Okay children. Now that a door was as wooden as in England, and he stood in his shoes, and he wondered, he stood in his shoes, and he wondered. By John Keats. The poet of this poem is John Keats. Now I am going to recite this beautiful poem, children. Okay, let's start. You can start to recite this poem with me. We are going to sing this poem. There was a naughty boy, and a naughty boy was he, He ran away to Scotland, There was a naughty boy, and a boy he was, and a naughty boy was he. He ran away to Scotland, The pupil there to see, Then he found that the ground, was as hard, that a yard, was as long, that a song, was as long, that a song, was as merry, that a cherry, was as merry, that a cherry, was as red, that lead was as red, was as weighty, that fourscore, was as 80, was as weighty, that fourscore was as 80. That our door was as wooden, as in England, So he stood in his shoes, and he wondered, he stood in his shoes, and he wondered, and he wandered. There was a naughty boy. There was a naughty boy, and a naughty boy was he. And a naughty boy was he. He ran away. He ran away to Scotland. To Scotland. There was a naughty boy. Thank you, children.